Hey everybody, Walter here. Well, it happened. After 15 years, we finally got Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie. Just watched it last night, and it was everything I could have ever wanted from a Hey Arnold conclusion and more. It was incredible, it was amazing, I loved it, and it had me invested in every single moment. It was funny. It was emotional as hell. It made me cry. I posted a picture of me crying on Twitter, and that was real, and on Facebook too. And man, it was so emotional. It had me invested in the story. It was thrilling and exciting. It had a great villain. I was invested in just everything that happened, and I loved it. So let me go into some specifics here, and we'll talk about it. So the opening I thought was really effective because we have a dream of Arnold going to San Lorenzo, and he's looking for his parents, and this is a little bit darker than the other dreams that we've seen Arnold have before about his parents because he gets very close to them, but their faces are in shadow. So I thought that was an interesting aspect to it, and kind of dark and kind of creepy. And when he tries to get close to them, they just keep getting further and further away. And then we see Eduardo fly over in an airplane with a ladder hanging down. And then they just tell Arnold, we're going on another mission, and they get on the ladder and they're gone again. And then this big heart-shaped hole just shows up in Arnold's chest, and it grows and grows and grows, and he wakes up. I was like, oh, that's some really good visual stuff right there. Great way to show how Arnold feels and everything. A literal hole in his heart in his dream, great. So when he woke up though, another feeling came over me, this unbelievable wave of nostalgia that just washed over me, and we're inside Arnold's room. And after watching the whole series, back to back, all the episodes, and then watching this only a few days after I finished that, it was a trip, man, because Hey Arnold was done in 2004. I mean, the journal aired in 2002. So we haven't seen Arnold. We haven't seen his room. Or that environment, the boarding house, Sunset Arms, or anything like that in a really long time. So when I finally saw that, it really affected me. And that was kind of the first moment where I started to really sort of get emotional about everything that was happening. So, he goes through the house and we see all the old characters and stuff, and that was fantastic, and I loved it. I also love that they put together that big montage. Helga was recording Arnold secretly through all his little adventures. Which was kind of creepy because she was like filming him in his room, and I was like, whoa, that was kind of weird. But yeah, that whole montage that they put together of every good thing that Arnold did to submit to the San Lorenzo contest, whoever wins gets to go to San Lorenzo. That was a great moment and great way to bring everybody back in, and everyone was on the boarding house roof. Every character that he ever helped, it was great, and we saw him in the video, perfect. And then that was kind of to reintroduce us to Arnold and all the good deeds he did and all the characters that he helped along the way. So they go to San Lorenzo, and I want to say that La Sombra is a really, really good villain. Very threatening, unexpectedly ruthless. For a Hey Arnold movie, he killed a few of his henchmen or whatever. So I thought that was kind of far for a Hey Arnold movie. But no, they were going all out for this because it needed to be going and crossing lines that never crossed before, because they're going into the jungle. This isn't just in the neighborhood or whatever, which can be dangerous in a few episodes that we saw, but they're in the middle of the jungle with all these like real criminals, and they're looking for Arnold's parents, and something big needed to accompany, big obstacles needed to be in the way of Arnold finding his parents. And I thought this was great. La Sombra was threatening as hell, and I really thought that he brought a unique aura to the movie, because on the show and stuff we have little villains here or there, but this guy was serious, man. So I can't say enough how much of a real villainous presence La Sombra had. I thought he was great. His demise was great. That was all fantastic. Everyone in this movie had a moment to shine, which I thought was really cool. Everyone had at least a couple seconds, a little bit of a joke, a little bit here or there where they really got to show off why we love them in the first place, and I thought that was really, really great. We got to see Eugene part, a little Harold joke, Stinky Sid, everyone had a little moment, and I thought that was fantastic. So that was great to see. Helga, we got that conclusion that we were hoping for that was so terribly mishandled in the Hey Arnold movie. the theatrical movie. I thought that was just terrible. And I like that they kind of acknowledged that Arnold had been told by Helga and maybe by other people that she liked him before, but he just wasn't ready to hear it. So when they finally do have that confrontation, and it happens in the movie, by the way, once where he kind of ignores her when she's trying to spill her guts to him, but he's all focused on trying to get his parents back, which, I mean, that should be all his focus. I mean, he needed to get past that to see Helga in that way, and I thought that was a great way to utilize their relationship while connecting stuff that's happening with his parents. And she even uses his Arnold heart, which, by the way, the best Brainy moment ever, when he brings her the little heart that has Arnold's picture in it that she ripped up and threw off the boat, but he got it back and put it back together and gave it to her. Brainy, best Brainy moment ever. The parents here, the explanation for them being away for so long was pretty solid. I mean, that the fact that they were just asleep this whole time for 10 years or 9 years or whatever was appropriate because they didn't have to explain why they were trapped or anything, or, you know, we didn't really get to see a lot of the reunion of them talking. They didn't really have too many lines. Mr. and Mrs. Shortman, which we find out Arnold's last name in here. I mean, we kind of knew that before, but it was officially mentioned now in the movie, so that was pretty cool. But it was just my whole being filled with every emotion, just seeing them. I was excited and scared and sad and happy, and when they woke up and Arnold finally saw them, I can't explain the emotions that were going through me. It was crazy, and that was just a moment. That was a moment for me. When Arnold did reunite with his parents, I thought their reaction to it was a little weird because if, you know, however many years that they were asleep, you think that they'd be kind of disoriented or something like that, but they wake up and just look at Arnold and go, Arnold. I thought that they would kind of be confused for a second, not recognize him because they don't know what he looks like. I mean, the last time they saw him, he was a little baby. He was a 1-year-old baby. So I didn't think that they would recognize him right away. I thought it'd be a little bit of a longer process for them to know who he is, and then that would have made it more emotional and more realistic. But on Arnold's end, it was all, you know, everything that should have happened, I think. Just their reaction, I thought, was a little like, I think they could have played that up a little bit more, that they were, you know, out of it for so long, and they wake up and their son's there and he's 9 years older than the last time that they saw him. But I mean, that's the nitpickiest of nitpicks for sure. I thought that it was great overall. My final thoughts on this: it was the way to end Hey Arnold. I think it did a fantastic job from someone who just saw the whole series and the movie and now the Jungle movie all within a very short amount of time together, back to back to back. This ranks up there with the best of the series, period. It stands up to any episode, any of the best episodes of the show. It is a fantastic story, and everything that we've ever wanted to see, all our questions were answered. That was not a lying advertisement. That was great. It was a great way to make us watch it, and they didn't disappoint. I thought that was all fantastic. I've heard rumors about them getting a season 6, or maybe keep going, maybe with the Pataki series, like here or there, that they were talking about, but I don't know. Do you think we need that? I don't think we need a Hey Arnold season 6. I think that this was the perfect way to end it. Him going into school and his parents waiting on the outside, I think, was the perfect ending. I don't think that there's anything else you could really do. I mean, they get older, and you can. I shouldn't say that there's nothing else for them to do, because there are different avenues you can go. I would love to see Arnold's parents reintegrating into their city, and, you know, Phil and his son. He hasn't seen his own son in 9 or 10 years. That's another big deal. I would love to see him interact with him and grandma and everything. So it would be cool to see the parents reintegrate in, and sort of them getting used to be parents to a 9-year-old kid, or 10-year-old kid, because he's going into 5th grade, I guess, now. I thought it was pretty perfect, though. I don't think that they really need a season 6, but do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you think they need a season 6. If you haven't checked out my other Hey Arnold videos this week, I did a countdown continued on the top 5 best Hey Arnold episodes, so that's numbers 6 through 16 or something. I had 11 honorable mentions, so check those out. I also reviewed Hey Arnold, the movie, the theatrically released movie from 2002, which I did not like very much, but you can check that out if you want to hear my thoughts on it. But this was the way to go out, man. I can't think of a better way to do it. They exceeded my expectations. It was a thrilling, exciting, emotional, sad, happy, funny ride the entire time. So I loved it. Let me know what you guys think of it below. I think it was everything we ever asked for and more, so let me know what you guys think of it. Also, I don't mention this enough, but follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, guys. That's @awesome_Walter. I also have a public Facebook page. That's facebook.com/awesomewalterb, because someone has Awesome Walter and awesome_Walter for some reason. I don't know who that is, but they have it. So go ahead and like those pages or follow me on Twitter. And I will be back here very soon with another video. I'm doing the top 5 best/worst moments from The Room, going up on Tuesday with a very special guest. Diana Wade will be joining me, so make sure you check out Channel Awesome for that. And I will see you guys right back here very soon with another video. I got a couple ideas about where to go from here since the Hey Arnold stuff is done. So check that out, and I will talk to you guys next time here on the channel. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I'll talk to you later. Bye.